breaking news, ESPN's Lisa Salters is reporting that San Antonio's Kawhi Leonard could return as early as Thursday's game against New Orleans. League sources have also told Adrian Wojnarowski that barring a setback, Thursday is indeed the targeted return of Leonard to this lineup. Now, he's missed 56 games thus far this season. He's played in 9 total. How big a difference will he make for this Spurs team that's been struggling as of late?
Big time. Well needed. Hurry up. I'm sure they're saying they wish he could play today. But, you know, Kawhi Leonard, he's the important part of that team. He gives them that mojo along with Aldridge. And obviously they're struggling a little bit. So, you know, this stretch run, he's well needed.
And even in the last 6 losses, they've been leading heading into each of the fourth quarters, which says a lot about not having a closer, not having a go-to guy.
Yeah, I think this is one of these years, if you're a Pop fan, Coach Popovich, you're saying he's doing one of his better coaching jobs, not having, you know, a full lineup all season long. But I want to go back and ask you this, Rod. If you're fighting, getting ready for the playoffs, and you've missed 50 games, 56 games, or 40, 56 games, how are you, your legs, mentally, knowing that you're playing for a team that's trying to go for a championship, not just make the playoffs? Right. The Spurs are one of those franchises, when they make the playoffs, they're thinking 4 seed, 5 seed, and I think even at a 6 seed, they won the championship. So it doesn't matter to them. How do you get your body and mind ready if you're a guy like Kawhi when the team says, you're our go-to guy going down the stretch?
Well, I mean, I think you're conditioned for that if you're the guy. You know what I'm saying? I think Kawhi Leonard has been the guy forever, so I think he's probably licking at the chops to get on the court. So I think the focus will be there. Obviously, they're going to have to get the legs ready, but I think it's good now that they'll have some time before the playoffs so he can get some reps, you know, play some games. But every game counts now.
Right.
So he has to be ready right away. But Kawhi Leonard, MVP candidate, I think he'll be ready.
So the reason I asked that question, Kristen, you know that you've been around, is that guys who have been the man, you miss so many games, you want to come back and help right away, but not really mess up the flow. Right. But then to your question, he needs to mess up the flow because at the end of the game, he's the difference maker, and they need that.
So mentally, yes, he could be, he likely is already ready to take his spot back in this lineup. But physically, is there time for him to become MVP caliber Kawhi Leonard again this season?
It's tough to say. That's why I wanted to ask, you know, more of a guard, you know, the guy that you say to yourself, his game is relied on being flexible because he's a stopper on the defensive end. Offensively, he's turned into one of those go-to guys down the stretch.
Yeah, but the good thing is that the flow is not good right now. So he may not disrupt it. Right. You know what I mean? He may add to it, and I think the Spurs and the team, you know, to have him back, that's a big confidence booster down the stretch.
I asked you guys less than an hour ago about the Spurs and the toughest remaining schedule in the NBA at this point, that they would have to win 7 straight road games to avoid a first losing record since the 96-97 season. Now, at the time, before this news, I asked you what would have to change. Could Kawhi Leonard be the change that is significant enough to keep them in the win column?
He's going to have to be. You know, that's what he get paid the big bucks for. I mean, that's a tough schedule there. But I think their best chance is to have him in the lineup.
Yeah, no question about it. If he's in the lineup, you feel better about yourself. Obviously, Pop, you know, putting game plans together makes things seem a little better. If he's not on the floor, I don't see how they can do it and continue to hold on.
Again, Kawhi Leonard could be back as soon as Thursday.